Good morning, students. So today I'm going to teach you a rubber plant story. Now this story is narrated by the rubber plant itself. So let's not waste time and go straight to the story. Now we rubber plants form the connecting link between the vegetable kingdom and the decorations of a Waldorf Astoria scene in a Third Avenue Theater. I haven't looked up our family tree, but I believe we were raised by grafting a gum overshoe onto a 30-cent table d'hote. Now let's look at the meanings here. Grafting means cutting a piece of from a living plant and attaching it to another plant. Now overshoe, a shoe worn over another shoe, and is a meal in a restaurant that costs a fixed price with a limited number of dishes to choose from. So let's go back here. So the rubber plant saying that they form a link between the vegetable kingdom and the decoration of a Waldorf Astoria scene in Third Avenue Theater. Means it's actually like a restaurant type, a theater, movie hall. I haven't looked up a family tree, so it's saying that it has not looked up the family tree from where it is coming, the rubber plant. But I believe we were raised by grafting a gum or a shoe. I told you grafting, cutting a piece of another plant and attaching it to another plant. So he believes that they were cut and they were grafted like a gum, like when you repair your shoe, you put gum and to a 30-cent table decor stock of asparagus. What the shamrock is to island, the rubber plant is to the dwellers in flats and furnished rooms. So shamrock is a small plant with three leaves on each stem. So over here the rubber plant is saying that what the plant shamrock is to island, the rubber plant is to the dweller, people who live in flats and furnished rooms. We get moved from one place to another so quickly that the only way we can get out get our picture taken is with a kinetoscope. Now you know what is a kinetoscope, right? But I'll still explain to you an early motion picture. Now we are the vagrant vine and the flitting fig tree. You know the proverb where the rubber plant sits in the window, the moving van draws up to the door. So this is a proverb which they use against the rubber plant. We are the city equivalent to the woodbine and the honeysuckle. When the family to which we belong moves into a flat, they set us in the front window and we become the peripatetic emblem. Now, what is a peripatetic? What is the meaning of peripatetic? Going from one place to another place. Okay. So basically, when people who are living in flats, they carry the rubber plant. So when they move from one flat, they go to another flat, they take the rubber plant with them. So let us go back again. So home sweet home. The first thing I can remember had only three leaves and belonged to a member of the pony ballet. I was kept in a sunny window and was generally watered with seltzer and lemon. Seltzer is a kind of what do you call fizzy water with bubbles. I had plenty of fun in those days. I got cross-eyed trying to watch the numbers of the automobiles in the street. So they kept him near the window and used to watch. He or she, we don't know what it was, but the rubber plant used to watch the cars and the buses in the street and the dates and labels at the same time. Well, then the angel was molting. Molting means melting, or yeah, losing feathers or hair. before new feathers or hair grow up. Molting also means melting. Molting here means new feathers growing on an animal or something like that. So for the musical comedy, he lost his last feather and the company broke up. The pony trotted away and I was left in the window. So he remember that he was in a circus and all this thing was happening. He lost his last feather, and the pony trotted away and he was left in the window ownerless because the owner also left the flat. So the janitor who cleans the place, gave me to a refined comedy team on the 8th floor. And in 6 weeks, I had been set in the window of 5 different flats. So he was set in 5 different flats. Each time they kept on changing him, or they left him, or somebody came and took him away. I took an experience and put out 2 more leaves. So his leaves grew. Let's go to the next page. Miss now Miss yeah Miss Corridors of the refined comedy team. Did you ever see her cross both feet back of her neck? Gave me a friend of hers who had made an unfortunate marriage with a man in a store. Consequently, I was placed in the window of a furnished room, rent in advance, water 2 flights up, gas extra at after 10 o'clock at night. 2 of my leaves withered off her ear. Also, I was moved from one room to another many times. So over here, she came to another place whose name was Miss Curtis, one of the refined comedy team members. So then she gave me to a friend of hers uh, who had made an unfortunate marriage with a man in a store. So constantly I was placed, so the thing was placed in the window in a furnished room. Now, I don't think I ever had so dull a time as I did with this lady. Now she got a lady when she saw that this place is not dull at all, especially with this lady. This lady was doing something all the time. There was never anything amusing going on inside. She was devoted to her husband. She got married to this husband and she was devoted to him. And beside, leaning out of the window, she never did a thing towards breaking the monotony. Monotony means boring, boring, the same thing over and over again. Okay, so when the couple broke up, they left me with the rest of the goods at a second hand store. So when the couple husband wife broke up, they divorced. So they left the rubber plant at a second hand store. I was put up in front for sale along with the jobbiest lot you ever heard of, being lumped into one bargain. Lump means being put in together. Think of this little cornucopia of wonders, all for $1.89. Henry's work, Henry James's works, 6 talking machine records, 1 pair of tennis shoes, 2 bottles of horseradish, and a rubber plant. That was me. One afternoon. So all this was they put him the rubber plant and all the other things for sale. One afternoon, a girl came along and stopped to look at me. She had dark hair and eyes, and she looked slim and sad around the mouth. So one afternoon, one girl had come to the store, and she stopped and she was looking at the rubber plant. She had dark hair and eyes, and she looked slim but also sad around the mouth. Oh ho, she said to herself, I never thought to see one up here. So that girl said, I never thought I'll see a rubber plant up here. She pulls out a little purse about as black or as thick as one of my leaves and fingers over small silver in it. So she was checking how much money she's got. Old Cohen, always on the lookout, is ready, rubbing his hands. Old Cohen is a seller, and at last Cohen and she gone together at 30 cents, 39 cents. And away she goes with me in her arms. So she bought her for 39 cents. She was a nice girl, but not my style. Too quiet and sober looking. So the rubber plant saying, the girl was nice, but not my style. She was too quiet and very sober looking. Thinks I to myself, I'll just land on the fire escape of a tenement, 6 stories up, and I spend the next 6 months looking at clothes on the line. So the rubber plant says, another 6 months I'll be up, sitting near the window and looking at the clothes which are hanging on the line to dry. But she carried me to a nice little room, only 3 flights up, in quite a decent street, and she put me in the window, of course. And then she went to work and cooked dinner for herself. So she kept her there, she kept the rubber plant there, and she went to cook dinner for herself. And what do you suppose she had? Bread and tea and a little dab of jam. So she had bread and tea and a little jam for her dinner. Nothing else, not a single lobster also. After she had finished her dinner, my new owner came to the window and leaned down close to my leaves. So after she had finished her dinner, she had come and she was kneeling down beside the leaves and cried softly to herself for a while. She was crying softly to herself. It made me feel funny. The rubber plant felt funny. Why is she crying? I never knew anybody to cry that way over a rubber plant before. So the rubber plant never has never seen anybody crying like that before. She touched my leaves like she loved them, and she bent down her head and kissed each one of them. This lady kissed each one of the leaves of the rubber plant. Home was never like that to me before. The rubber plant never got so much love from anybody else before. Generally, I used to get chewed by poodles. Poodles means dog, puppies, and have shirt waist hung on me to dry. So, I mean, they should put the shirts on the rubber plant to dry and coffee, get water with coffee, grounds, and paradox of hydro oxygen. The girl had a piano in the room, and she used it to disturb it with both hands while she made some noises with her mouth for hours at a time. So what the rubber plant is saying that the girl had a piano and she used to play it and she used to sing songs for hours. I suppose she was practicing vocal music. One day she seemed very much excited and kept looking at the clock. So one day the rubber plant noticed that this girl, old lady, she was quite excited and she was continuously looking at the clock. At 11, somebody knocked and she let in a shout. Stout. Stout man. Stout means short. A dark man with tousled black hair. He sat down at once at the piano and played while she sang for him. So this man came. He was playing this. He was playing the music, the piano, and she was singing. When she finished, she laid one hand on her bosom and looked at him. He shook his head, and she leaned against the piano. 2 years already, she said, speaking slowly. Do you think in two more or even longer? The man shook his head again. You waste your time. He told her, you waste your time. He said roughly, I thought that voice is not there. And then he looked at her in a peculiar way, in a very strange way, he looked at her. But the voice is not everything, he went on. And he told her, your voice is not everything. You have looks. I can place you, as I told you. If. So he told her, you have good looks, I can place you in a better place. As I've told you, if. The girl pointed to the door without saying anything. She pointed, she told him, there's a door there, and the man left the room. About that time, somebody else knocked at the door also. Then this girl said, thank goodness, I said to myself. I hope it's somebody that's game enough to stand a bird and a bottle to liven up things up a little. She saw the situation was very bad when the man came. Now, if somebody else comes with a bottle and a bird, so things will become a little better now. The atmosphere will become better. Tell you the truth, this little girl made me tired. So the rubber plant said, this little girl made me tired. A rubber plant likes to see a little sport now and then. So is a rubber plant likes to see some exciting things now and then. It doesn't like a boring life. I don't suppose there's another green thing in New York that sees as much of gay life. So he's saying that I don't think there's another plant like me who sees such gay life. Gay life means a happy life. When the girl opens the door, in steps a young chap, a young man, in a traveling cap and picks her up in his arms. So he comes and picks her up in his arms and she sings out, oh Dan, and stays there long enough to, well, you've been a rubber plant too, sometimes I suppose. You got to go back with me, said the young man. So the young man told her, you got to go back with me. I've come 2,000 miles for you. He told the girl, you have to go back with me. I've come 2,000 miles for you. Aren't you tired of all this yet, Bess? You kept all of us waiting so long. Haven't you found out yet what is best for you? Says, best time now is time for you to go with me back home. The bubble burst only today, said the girl. Come here, Dan, and see what I found the other day on the sidewalk for sale. So she told the Dan, so the bubble burst today. Today I'm feeling nice and excited. Say, come here, Dan, come. I want to show you something. What I found the other day on the sidewalk, which was for sale. She brings him by the hand and exhibits yours truly. She shows him the rubber plant. How one ever got away up here, who can tell? I bought it with almost the last money I had. She said, the last cents I had, I bought this rubber plant. He looked at me, but he couldn't keep his eyes off her for more than a second. He was looking at the rubber plant, but he could not take his eyes off the girl. Do you remember the night, Bess? He said, when we stood under one of those on the banks of the Bayou. And what you told me then? So he told Bess, remember one night we were standing under one of those on one of these rubber plants, under one of these rubber plants on the bank of the bayou, and what you told me then? So, gee Wilkins, I said to myself, both of them stand under a rubber plant. So the rubber plant is saying, oh, both of them stood under a rubber plant. Seems to me they are stretching matters somewhat. Means they're stretching the matters a little ahead. Do I not? Says she, looking up at him. Says, how can I forget? How can I not remember? And sneaking close to his vest. And now I say it again, and it is to last forever. She's saying, I'm saying it again, and this will last forever. Look, Dan, at his leaves. How wet they are. They are my tears. See the leaves, they're wet, but they are my tears. And it was thinking of you that made them fall. The dear old magnolias, says the young man. So the young man said, oh, the dear old magnolias, pinching one of my leaves. I love them all. He said, I love all these leaves. Magnolia, well, wouldn't that say those innocents thought I was a magnolia. So he's saying those innocents thought that I was a magnolia. Well, wasn't flat, wasn't that tough on a genuine little old New York rubber plant. So he was a rubber plant. They didn't know that this was a rubber plant and they called it a magnolia. So for today, so much. In the next class, I will send you the question and answers. So have a great day. Bye for now.